Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, friends. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm Staar. If you are new here, I have been learning, trading, and how to analyze the market for the past 5 years. And about 6 months ago, I went from being unprofitable to profitable, and I have a lot of insight that I believe could help you. And so I decided to come on here to do my trades and to test out my information and see if I can help save you some time and save you some money. Now, I am an autism mommy, so I am not a financial advisor. So nothing that I say is financial advice. However, if you do need financial advice, I suggest that you seek out a financial advisor. Okay, so that's my disclaimer. These are just my ideas and the way I see the market, and hopefully and prayerfully it can help you out and you can learn from it. All righty. Never ever invest what you can't afford to lose. Always a good tip. And let's go ahead and look at these screens. Today's Thursday, June the 4th. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Yesterday, everything that we had marked up played so beautiful. If you guys want to go and look at that video from yesterday, the live from yesterday, everything played out absolutely perfect. Okay. It played out absolutely perfect. And we already this week have caught, I think, over 100 and something points. And yesterday was a big move. So today, the move that I was looking at looked like it's going to be a little bit smaller, but let's go ahead and look at this market. And if you're new to my channel, I primarily trade the NASDAQ, I trade the Dow Jones, and I trade gold every now and again. All right. But mostly the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, and gold. All right. And what I also trade is break and retest. And I also trade with support and resistance using the Fibonacci. Okay. So what we were looking for, friends, what we were looking for was a break above this area here, which would have gave us a new high, and that happened. Okay. And now we're looking for our retracement candle, and that looks like that just happened as well. So this was our break, this was our retracement. And so we can look for the market to go up here and retest this hour. We're looking for the market to come up here and retest this hour support and our support and resistance structural point there. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This is our fib on this 15-minute time frame, and what we're going to be looking for is an entry for a buy. But I really don't like this because I like the whole candle to get engulfed, so I wouldn't technically get in until here. And then we would be looking for this buy to go up to this 414 area. Okay. That's where we would be looking for the first stopping point right there. I don't like this long bearish candle here. So I don't like this entry at all. But that's what we have on this morning. I like to wait for two candles to get engulfed. And I don't even take a trade before 9:45 because I used to trade at 9:30, and by 9:31 I had lost hundreds and thousands of dollars. So I stopped doing that. Okay. So now I've learned how to wait, and I won't take my first trade till about 9:45. All right. So can you guys see my screen? I think you can. I think you can see my screen. Get ready to put my face up a little higher. I am going to be on the elliptical machine getting a workout because that's what we do here in the morning over here on my channel. We work out, guys. We work it out. Okay. So I'm going to work out. And that also gives me something else productive that I'm doing. So I'm not just making myself take a trade. Okay. Making myself see a trade. So we work out over here. We also do our Bible study in the morning. And we've been reading out of our meditation journal, Appreciating God's Sunrises and Sunsets by Deborah Ann Bartlett, who happens to be my favorite girl in the whole wide world, my mommy. So that's available. And then we also have been studying market structure and all the trading styles that I use out of my book that I wrote here called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. This is available on Amazon. It's over 280 pages of excellence. Okay, so you guys can check that out as well. So what we're looking for is we're looking to see if this candle is going to get engulfed. And you have to be really careful. I'm going to mark this up. We had a downtrend and the market hit all of our TPs. But what we have to be careful of is we need to know, are we going to continue to go down or are we going to break structure and go up? Okay. Then we do that. We look at that off of the 15-minute time frame. So what happened was we got to break above this high here, but it is just a wick. Okay. And when it's just a wick, you have to be really, really careful before you take that entry. You have to be so careful before you take that entry. So if we wanted to, we could get in down here and then wait to see if it's going to ride up and put our stop loss like right underneath here. And that wouldn't be a bad entry because we would have like about what is that? It's at 248 now. So the closer that it is to, it came down here to the 190. So you guys see that that would be not a bad entry if we put it here, but the market could easily just go up, test, and then come back down. So that's why you have to be really careful with it when it's just a wick and not a body, when it breaks that high. Okay, so the high got broken with a wick, but not the body. Okay. And also we want to look at news. Let's go ahead and look at news. This is our first week of June. So let's go ahead and look at news and see what we have this morning. At 10 a.m., we have the Treasury Secretary Bessent speaking, and that's an orange folder. So it might make the market have a little bit of volatility. We had unemployment claims, okay? Unemployment claims were worse than forecasted. So that's not good for our economy, our market, okay? And it was worse by 11,000. So that's pretty drastic, okay? And then we had forecasted for, what is this here? Revised non-farm productivity, that was a little bit better. Revised labor costs, that was a little bit worse. So you guys see when it's green, it's better. If it's red, that's worse for that particular pair. And because we trade US pairs, we pay close attention to that. So we have news at 10, news at 10:30. We have news around 11:40. These are yellow folders. And then we have another orange folder. President Trump is speaking at 3. So, you know, he's going to make the market do a dance, dance, dance. We have yellow folder at 1, 11:40, yellow folder. So it's going to be quite a lot of news today. So make sure you guys keep that in mind as you are starting to look for opportunities to get into the market. We have news pretty much on the hour. No red folders, but pretty much we have news on the hour. Yellow folders, orange folders, okay? All righty. So I hope you guys can see that. And if you're new and you don't know how to check for news, you go to forexfactory.com and you look for red folders, yellow folders, and orange folders. Yellow folders are the least impact, red folders are the highest impact, and orange is someplace in the middle. Okay? All right, so let's go on back over here to here and let's see what we're looking for. We want to see this candle get engulfed. Our TP's at 417. If we got in at 314, Let's see if we could write it up to 417. That could be good for us. Let's see. Let's see, we have exactly the same market structure over here. So let's see what we're going to get, family. Let us see what we're going to get. On that 15-minute, this is what I would want to see here. I'll go ahead and put this line here. That's a 283. Our TP is going to be here at 233.82. And this just depends on if you guys trade futures or if you trade the NASDAQ regular forex or if you trade futures. So what we want to see if this order block area is going to get replaced, this little zone down here. Is it going to hold, okay? Is it going to hold and give us an entry? Or are we going to continue to sell? And so that's what you have to be mindful of whenever structure gets broken and it's just a wick, okay? So that's what you have to be mindful of when structure gets broken and it's just a wick. Make sure you guys are seeing the chart. I want to make sure that you guys understand what I'm saying too. So this was our market structure. This was our lower low, and this was our lower high. This area got broken right here with a wick. And so normally after you would get a break, you would expect the market to come down, retest this area, which it did, and buy back up. So that's why I had the fib drawn here, which would be our TP here. But when it's just a wick, sometimes it can trick you because it can just be a wick out, and then come on back and sell back down. So that's where we're at to see. It can come back down and continue to make a lower low. So that's where we're at. So that's why you don't have to be in a hurry to take trades. I always say, don't be in a hurry to lose your money. Don't be in a hurry to lose your money. All right. Make sure you just look at it. Make sure you're clear when you get ready to make an entry. Make sure you're clear. So that's what we're looking at here on this area. Like I said yesterday, we had a nice big move. Today, it's a little different. Okay, a little bit different today. Let's see, the move today might actually be on. Let's look at this Dow Jones. It's looking beautiful. The move today might be on this Dow, baby. Might be on this Dow. We had that lower low there. And then we had, okay, so we might, let's see what we got on this 15-minute. Let's see if we get any type of retracement back down on this Dow. That might be a beautiful move, because it had a beautiful move up. You guys see that? Structure on that. That was beautiful. So that must be here. 51,277. I'll go ahead and label this for you guys so you can see. This was our down, up, down. So now we've got up. We're looking to see if we can get some type of pullback. That's like a 300-point pullback. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful movement on the Dow Jones. So if somebody's in that buy, you are winning today. Okay, you're winning today on that. Let's go back over to NAS. Did we get anything yet? Oh, it's selling. It's making a, what's it making, friends? It's making a what? A lower low. So that's why you got to be really mindful. You have to be so mindful. So mindful of this. When you start trading, you have got to be mindful of where you are at and pay attention to the clues, okay? Where you are at and pay attention to the clues. So it looked like a buy, but it really now is looking like a sell. Do you guys see that? So if we close beneath, this, area here, if we close beneath it, then it's going to be a sell all day. So let's see what's going to happen. Or is this just going to be like a liquidity sweep and then we turn around and buy back up? But let's see what happens, guys. Because this could be sell continuation. That's why you have to pay attention to everything. You got to pay attention to the wicks. You got to pay attention to when it closes as a body. But see, this candle just started. This is our new 1 hour candle on the 1 hour, and it's only 10:08. Okay, so let's see if we're going to wick out and then buy back up from here, or are we going to sell beneath? So let's see. Came down and tested it again. We tested that area again. Let's see what's up here. And actually, let's go and see. Do we have a zone here? Is there a 4-hour zone here? Look. So the market did buy up from here. This is the area right here. You guys can see on the 4-hour, all of this. Let's look and see, friends. Let's look and see. It might be going down a little bit further, okay? And when this happens, you wait till the candle closes. So you can wait for that 15-minute candle to close, and we'll see if we get a close beneath, okay? We want to see if we're going to close beneath this area. If we close beneath, then we'll be looking for sells instead of buys, okay? So then that would be sell, retracement, continuation, and we would look for a retracement back up. So that's what we're going to look for. So we don't take a trade yet. We wait. Right now, we wait. Okay, we wait. I'm going to go ahead and start walking. This is the day the Lord has made. What are we going to do, friends? We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. My husband put some he put some he put some WD-40 on there. Praise God. The squeak is gone. The squeak is gone, friends. He sprayed it down. The squeak is gone. So we can exercise without the squeak, okay? So we want to see, was that a area of testing or was that going to be a break? That's what we want to see, okay? It looks like it was just a test. This is a test and only a test, okay? So it looked like that was just a test. Looked like that was just a test, friends. But you have to be so careful whenever you're trading because we are not gambling with our money, okay? So you guys see these purple lines? Those are all the areas that got smashed yesterday from our analysis, okay? Those are all the areas that got smashed from our analysis yesterday. It played out so perfectly. So if you guys were in class on yesterday, you guys could have learned a lot and you would hopefully see some steps that can make you profitable. And we do the same thing every single day in here. Okay, we're going to mark up our charts. So hopefully I can mark up the charts today and you'll be able to mark up your charts tomorrow and do it the same way. And we use market structure. We're looking for higher highs and higher lows and lower highs and lower lows, okay? So we mark those things up on the charts every single day. And we practice patience every single day, okay? That's really, really important. I want you guys to know that. There's 3 things that took me from being unprofitable to profitable. Number 1 is patience and waiting for the first 15-minute candle to close. Number 2 is what? Anybody know what number 2 is? Market structure. Market structure, learning those higher highs and those higher lows and how they intertwine to create market flow, okay? Order flow. And so market structure has helped me tremendously. And that's what people are talking about when they talk about market structure. And then number 3 is learning the difference between a test and a break. Now, the thing about number 3, it can still trip me up sometimes because it depends on what time frame you trade on. The higher time frames carry the most weight. So a test on one area, on one time frame, can look like a break on another time frame. So that's why you have to be really, really careful. So like here on the 15-minute, it looks like a test of this area, but it doesn't look like a break, right? But on the 5-minute, which is where we can come and get our entries from, it looks like there was a break. And then down here on this area, it looks like it was a break, but it bought right back up into that zone. So when it goes right back into that zone, usually that means it's a test, okay? So with that being said, if we were to get in here, I would be waiting for it to break above this area here at the 318. And I would be looking for a 100-point move to the upside. All right, and that's on M and Q. And I have it already marked on NAS. I have a black line there. You guys see the black line? So if we break above there, I'll be looking to get up to 390. That'll be 100 points. Okay. So that's what I would be looking for. But I'm looking for a what? A close, okay? I want a close above. A close above. We'll be looking to get to 390 and then 451. So those would be our TP areas. All right. But remember, friends, the market does not move in a straight line. It doesn't move in a straight line. Kind of does a zigzag thing. Okay. If you guys have any questions about anything regarding trading, make sure you put it in the chat. I'm here to help save you time and save you money. All right. We're analyzing this market. All right. We're analyzing this market daily, every single day. And we're going to get what we need out of it. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. We're going to get what we need out of this market on a daily basis. Okay. So one way not to lose money is to not take trades that you're not sure about. So if you're not sure about it, don't take it. But when you got some good confidence, take it, okay? If it looks really clear to you, take it. But when you're not clear about it, don't take it. Let's see. Getting a little pullback on the Dow. We are getting a little pullback on this Dow Jones. We want to see if it's going to come back down and test this area here at the 285. And if it does, that's where we would be looking to get an entry, okay, on that. That's beautiful market structure. Beautiful market structure. And if it doesn't stop at the 285, then we would be looking for it to come back down to the 51.066, which is a huge move. That's almost 500 points. So either way, We can look for market structure for a sell down or a buy up, but it'd be better to trade with the trend if you are going to, always better to trade with the trend. We're going up here. So, but there's 500 points between here and here. So let's see what NAS is doing. So we work out in the mornings, guys. We have been in the Florida Keys. I've been using my walking pad down there, and I left it down there. So now we are at home walking, which is fun and fine. Fun and fine. Fun and fine and dandy. Always good. Always good to be able to work from home, be able to trade. So what are we getting? What are we getting? This is what we want to know. We want to see what's happening around here. So you have to know and learn and train your eyes to be able to see the difference between a test and a break. And whenever I do lose a trade, which happens, we will have 3 or 4 good days and then one fall off, okay? And so every week goes, you have 3 or 4 good days, like I won all week, and then Friday you lose, So your loss is to never, ever take over all of your wins, okay? So that's why you have to have good management is what they call it. In trading and in our regular life, we got to have good money management. But whenever I do lose, I ask myself, did I not see the test or the break properly? Was I not patient enough? Because these are the 3 things. It's usually the 3 things for me anyway. Was I not patient enough? Did I not understand market structure? Or did I not understand the test and the break? Was I not clear on that? So, and when you can answer those questions, guys, when you can answer those 3 questions, whenever you lose, it's not the end of the world, because you know that you're always working towards getting better. That's the most important thing, okay? So continue to work on getting better and training your eyes to see those things, market structure, and understanding the difference between a test and a break on the time frame that you trade on. And like for a 15-minute, you can also look at 30-minute as well, and it can give you a little bit more insight. And then the other thing I want to share with you guys is you can go up here and go to this time frame toggle down right here at the top, and you can create your own time frames. So you can put in custom time frames. You see it says add custom interval. So you can add custom intervals to where the market would show you whatever interval you put in there. Like one time I put in there 12 minute because that's in between 10 minute and 15 minutes. So sometimes somebody told me to put in 10 minutes. When I first started trading, the traders that we used to trade with, they traded on 8 minute. Okay. And so I have all those different time frames in there, 8 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, you know. But remember, the higher time frames are going to be the areas that have the stronger, more powerful lines and support and resistance that sticks. Okay, it's going to be the stronger ones. So with that being said, let's see here. I'm looking at the difference between so let's see, friends. We look like we're getting that break. Let's see if we're going to break above and hold. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We want to see a close above that last downward candle. Let me see how this 5 minute, did a 5 minute do it? Five minute broke above. All righty, I'm going to go for it. Let's see what we get. We're looking to go to the 390 area. Let's see if we can get there. See if we can get that push up. So we're looking for, we're a buy. We was waiting for it to break that black line. It did. So let's see what it looks like on the 15 minute. 15 minutes looking beautiful. We got a minute left on this close. So let's see. Hopefully it holds on that See, let us see. It's looking beautiful, friends. So, come on. Hold it. Hold your mule. Let's go. Let's see if it's going to hold above it. And the other thing that we had at the bottom is we also had divergence. So that was another clue. But let's see how we're going to do. See how we're going to close above this area. We got 43 seconds left on it. We got 43 seconds left. $15, $14, $12, $10, $9, $8. Come on. Let's go. Give us some more bullish momentum. More bullish momentum. All right. Looks like we're getting good bullish momentum. Looking to get on up here to that. Oh, it's pushing this down. Let's see if we're going to get it, guys. Not what we want, friends. Not what we want, okay? Let's see what we're going to get. Good morning, handsome boy. So we got 39 minutes left on the elliptical machine. We're working it out. And we usually do 100 minutes of walking on the walking pad, but because it's in the keys, we got to do what we got to do, okay? So I'm sorry y'all have to see this elliptical bar go back and forth, but guess what? We got to work it out, y'all. It is summertime in the city. We got to get it together. Keep this butt and gut under control. Don't let it control us, okay? So, but I tell you, I love working out and trading because I feel like I'm doing two productive things. And then I love having our Bible study in the morning. I left my devotional in the keys. I guess I could read out of another one. But I have to get one because I left it in the keys. Let's see. We're looking for 390. Will we get it? Will we get to 390? Bob the Builder, can we build it? Somebody say, yes, we can. All right. Nobody told me the road would be easy. Ain't that right? But I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. I don't feel no waste time. Come too far from where I started from. Thank you, Jesus. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. Hope you guys believe it. Now, when trading, when I first got in, they told me it was going to be easy. And I am so glad. I'm so glad that I didn't give up when it wasn't easy, because they told me it was going to be easy. They told me all I had to do was what? They was going to give me the answers to tell me when to get in and get out. Oh my gosh. It's like, you can do it in a few minutes. I was expecting that. And I'm so glad that just because it wasn't easy that I didn't give up. Okay? So glad. I'm so glad that I'm taking the opportunity to learn a high level skill. If you're watching the replay, type that in the chat. You're learning a high level skill that's going to pay you for the rest of your life. Learn it. Embrace it. Tell yourself you can learn to do hard things. Tell yourself that. It doesn't have to be easy for you to be able to do it. Okay? And hard things become easy after you do them long enough. So, yeah, I'm learning a high level skill. And for that, just by the mere fact that I'm learning a high level skill that other people don't even want to learn, they act like they can't learn it, but I'm learning it. Let me tell you what, I walk with my head a little bit higher, okay? As I'm learning a high level skill. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Learn a high level skill. People can't really tell you too much. Learn a high level skill. Because when you learn a high level skill, honey, you're going to be able to make a high income, okay? Your income's going to be higher because you're learning a high level skill. And you're putting it into practice every single day, all right? Every single day. So what we're looking at, friends, is we're looking at the market and how it's reacting to this line that we drew, this black line. We really wanted to close above the black line and not below it because we were in a buy. And we're looking for this buy to go to that purple line, which is 390. And then we're looking for the buy to go up to the 451. And then we're looking for it to retest at this zone that's right here, okay? So that's what we're looking for. If we're going up here to test this structural point here on our 1 hour at the 513. All right, so that's where we're headed, friends. That's where we're headed. Let's see what we're gonna get, okay? So that is where we're headed at. That's where I think we're headed. And I am in a buy from here and looking to take it to the 390. which is going to give me about 100 points. Okay, so that's where we're at. Let me see if we have any questions in the chat. Anybody have any questions about anything? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning. We are exercising here. Looking for some, let's say some good morning. Good morning to you guys. All right. We are on here sweating. That's what I'm talking about. We're sweating. Good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you guys are just tuning in, I am looking for a buy up to the 390 on the NASDAQ, okay? My entry was close to that black line that I have drawn on the chart. You guys can see that. And the reason that I got in for this buy is because we broke structure for the buy and we have divergence and we got our bullish signal that it was going to continue to go. All right. So we are looking for buy up to the 390. That would be the first stopping point. Next stopping point would be the 451. I based the stopping points off of fibs. So that's what I'm looking for. And then we'll see how the market responds when it gets up here. We'll be retesting the structural point of the 1 hour, but this is just the 15-minute time frame that we're on right now. Okay. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Staar Fields. I've been trading for 5 years and haven't given up. Okay. About 6 months ago, I went from being unprofitable to profitable. And I wanted to share with you guys, I put everything that I learned on my journey in this book here. It's called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. I've got my charts in here and how to use trading view tools. I've got a lot in here. It's a lot of information, over 280 pages of excellence. But a lot of those strategies and tactics are the things that I teach on here in the morning time. And so we are looking to see that this area was tested and not broken so that we can have a buy up. Okay. So that's what we are looking for, guys. It's going to be really important that we break this point here, right here, that pivotal point there. We need to go ahead and break every chain so we can get on up to the 390. I think that's at 318. So no, that's at 330. Yeah, so we're looking to get that area broken. But that's what we're looking for. That's what we are looking for. If you're just tuning in, if you have any questions, let me know. We do Bible study here every time we come on, I left my devotional that I typically use in I left it in the keys. So I don't have it right in here with me. But yesterday on our Bible study at church, I believe we were out of Galatians 4 and 7. And he was talking to and about women, about how God told them to rejoice. And again, I say rejoice. And he was talking to women that have been barren and told they couldn't have any kids. And how if you couldn't have any kids, how you were useless and you were, they didn't consider you as much. They could divorce you. They could, leave you, divorce you, all the same. But basically you are outcast, ostracized. And a lot of times in our lives, people have situations where you might feel like that outcast. You might feel like you're unworthy. You might feel like you made so many mistakes, like, oh my gosh, why am I even doing this? A lot of times people feel like that. But God still has a special purpose and a plan for your life. And the Bible said in that scripture, rejoice. And again, I say, rejoice. And sometimes you just have to, he was talking about not necessarily being able to sing, because I love to sing, but you got to keep a song in your heart. It's a difference between singing and having a song in your heart. My mom always said, keep a song in your heart. Always says, keep a song in your heart. But my grandpa would burst out, bellow out. It could be, you could say the one sentence to him. He'd bellow out in a song, because he always had a song in his heart. And when you have a song in your heart and you can rejoice no matter what those circumstances look like, that's such a powerful, powerful testimony. Still being able to rejoice. And then he said, and again, I say, rejoice. So God never wants us to stop rejoicing and praising him no matter what's going on in our lives. Okay. And so I don't have my devotional, but that's just a little recap of yesterday's Bible study. And I believe the scripture was Galatians 4 and 7 that we were referencing. But make sure that you're rejoicing, guys. And when it comes to this trading, if you're in it and you're in it for the long haul, you got to be able to separate trading and if you win or if you lose from having a good day or a bad day. Okay. I have had to learn how to do that because I lost for almost 4 years. You understand what I'm saying? Over 4 years. So I lost for 4 years, 4.5 years. And I mean, I didn't lose every day, but I lost a lot. And I just didn't understand market structure. And so can you imagine if for over the last 4 years, I would have been miserable to my family? They never knew if I lost $100 that day or $1,000 because I never, ever had to share that information. It didn't affect my attitude. It didn't affect me being able to do the responsibilities that I have to do as a wife and as a mom to a child that has special needs. Gabriel has I wish I would have a different attitude with my baby over some candles. He would be looking at me like, what is wrong with you? Okay. So I could never, ever let this market affect my attitude. And I hope and pray that you guys don't either. I hope that you're able to keep your attitude in check and, never, ever trade more than you can afford to lose, and just keep an attitude of gratitude and thanksgiving, because that's really is what's going to make you be able to enjoy your journey. Okay. And so I definitely have enjoyed my trading journey. It's been a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot. I've lost a little bit of money, a lot to some, a little bit to me. I wasn't the type of person or the one that had hundreds of thousands to put into this. So actually, I remember I was on a call with some of my trading buddies, and we were on the call, and it was three of us now. One of us said, which was me, I gave somebody $1,000 to trade for me and they lost it. And the other one said, I gave somebody $10,000 to trade with me and they lost it. And then the other one said, I gave somebody $100,000 to trade for me and they lost it. So you can see everybody's risk tolerance. And risk tolerance is based off of how comfortable you are with that amount of, with that loss. And out of the three, I had the lowest. You ain't gonna lose my money like that. But after that person, I did give somebody $1,000 to trade for me, and it was lost. But after that happened, I always wanted to learn how to do it for myself. So then I realized if I could give somebody $1,000 to trade and they lost it, why would I put more faith into that person than I put into myself? Okay. And so, but you do have to know what your own risk tolerance is. That's your risk personality. Some people are going to skydive, jump out of airplanes, and go bungee jumping. Some people are going to kayak, and some people ain't doing none of that. Some people are saying, as far as you'll get me in the water is on a cruise ship. Okay, that's as far as I'm getting between me and the water. Some people are going little dinghy boats and all that kind of stuff. So you have to know what is your risk tolerance. Okay, what is it? I've been in sales most adult life, so I kind of have a higher risk tolerance, I think, than a lot of people, because I've always had to work on commission. And when you work on commission, you never have like a set paycheck or whatever. So I think I do have a little bit of a higher risk tolerance than a lot of people, but I'm also an autism mommy. Okay. And let me tell you something, my baby costs a lot of money. Okay. He'd be wanting to eat here, have seafood Alfredo, $40 meals. Okay. So I'm not going to ever put my family in jeopardy or harm's way like that. So you got to know what your risk tolerance is. All right. Some people are like, I'll risk it all. Not me. I ain't risking it all. I got to keep some for a rainy day. Okay. Grandpa said you got to have something for a rainy day. All right. All right, guys. So we are looking to see how we are going to react at this black line here. Oh my gosh. Are we going to buy from here or are we going to sell from here? This is our critical points, okay? We would like to continue to close above this area where this black line is. We're looking for our TP at the 390 where I have the purple line drawn. We've been on this exercise machine a little over 42 minutes. And we're going to be going 4 miles, so that's exciting. Over 4 miles. So we're looking to see if we're going to get this close above on this candle, all right? What we do not want is a bearish close. That is not what we want, okay? So let's see what we're going to get here. Let's see what we're going to get. While the market is doing whatever it's doing, going back and forth, I'm going to mark up. You know what? You know what I just saw? You know what I just saw? Let me see. Let me see what I see here. What's going on? You got, yeah. All righty. So this is what it looks like on the line chart. And I was looking at that to make sure that that wick didn't break structure. Okay, so if you ever need some extra confirmation, you can look at the line chart. So I want to see this close above, and I want to see it get to TP. Let's go, TP. Let's go. Let's go, TP. Let's go. We're at 3 miles, guys. Let's see if we have any questions in the chat. That's a downtrend. You should get out of that trade, I suggest. Oh, I am curious too. No. Oh, okay. No. It broke structure at the 1. This is what I see. Okay, good question. That's a good question. This is what I see. We are in a downtrend, but the downtrend already hit our negative 61.8. So let me answer this. What I see, this was our lower low. This was our lower high. It broke that structure right here with just a wick. Okay, so it is a riskier move, but we are looking for it to go up here to this negative 27 here. Okay, we were in a downtrend. This is our lower low, our lower high. All right, break, retracement, buy up. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, the black line was my bullish conversion line, and I'm waiting entry line to go to the negative 27. Okay, so that's what I see. But it is a riskier trade because that is a wick. And you want to see a body close above, okay? You want to see a body close above. Normally, but I'm in a really small lot, so it's okay. It's okay. I want to see it go to the 390. First TP, second TP is the 451. Okay? That's my analysis. And you are in a downtrend. So you see this as a break to the downside in a retest. Is that what you see? Let me know. I wish I could share I wish you could share your screen with me. But see, everybody sees the market differently, guys. Everybody sees it so differently. So good question, good observation. Everybody sees it so differently. So that's why you have to go with what you see, because we all see it different. Yes, we were in a down, but it looked like the market shifted from down to up when we had that break there. Okay. TP is the purple line. Only thing that concerns me here is this long wick there. So I'm trying to see how we're going to break it. Break every chain. We need to break above that wick so we can go. But I'm already up. points. Let's see how much. I'm already up 20 points. Yeah. So we're looking beautiful and bullish. So let's see. We got the down, up. Mm-hmm. So let's go. Let's go. This candle's about to close in 5 seconds, guys. Close bullish. We want a beautiful bullish close and then our continue TP. We're up 25 points. Okay. Let's go. Okay. And you guys know what I say, 30 to 50 points a day can keep the job away. When you have the right entry, guys, you don't even have to take it to the full TP. You can, but you don't have to. You know what I mean? So I could just take it here to this first stopping point at 329 if I wanted to, or I could take it on up to 390. Yesterday, all of our TP smashed. We're up over 30 points. We're up 40 points, guys. We're up 40 points. Y'all see it? We're up 40 points. We're winning. We're in a buy. We're up. All right. Let's go. Market. All right, we're up. Let's see if we're going to keep on climbing. Climb every mountain. All right, so we want to see if we're going to, our TP I have is 390. We're at 340. Let's go. Let's go. 346. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go. We're at 50 points, guys. Up 50 points. Put my stop in profit because, you know. So I have it going to the 390. That's my TP2. That's my TP2. It's a 390. But remember, the market does not move in a what? In a straight line, okay? It does not move in a straight line. So all right, guys, let's see what we're getting here. Let's see. We're up 45 points. Let me see. $339. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys, I got out with over 40, I think over 45 points. Let's see. I trade on my phone. Let's see what I got. Yes. I'm telling y'all, you got to learn this market structure, baby. You got to learn it. Okay, so this week we've caught over 150 pips, all green days. All green days. TP is going to be at the 390. TP is going to be at the 390. And our next TP will be at the 450 on first TP smacked at the 333. And 390 is the next TP, guys. All right. So that is how I see the market. But that was we had a great question in the chat. The market went to retest and continued to the downtrend. Change the time frame to the, yeah, I was looking at the 1 hour. I was looking at the 1 hour. The 1 hour, this is the retracement back up for the 1 hour retest. So I also trade break and retest. But yeah, I see it the same way. But this was the minor buy up to the major move down. I understand. That's a great analysis. Great analysis. Minor buy up for the major move down. I see the market the same way, but it's still going to retest. And as it retested, broke structure on the 15-minute for the retest for the sell back down on the 1 hour, because I already showed that earlier in our live that we had 1 hour structure that we were coming back to retest. So thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. You guys can see we have some beautiful bullish momentum on our way up to test the 1 hour structure. So I got out here, caught over 40 points. If I would have stayed in, I could have caught over 100 points with that minor structure buy. And on the major structure, what he's saying in the chat, our major structure, this is a breakup structure. And then it's coming back to retest this area up here. Okay. Coming back for a retest of this area up here. All right. And I have that. This is the retested. It's going to get retested somewhere around 34. Yeah. 30,430. So that's why that fib, if you look at the fib, it lines up perfectly with the retest. So that bias. So that's why when you understand market structure, you can take the minor structure buy. Happy birthday. You can take the minor structure buy up for the major structure sell down. So that's what we did today. Okay. You guys see how beautiful this is? I should have just held my position. But this was our first TP here. This was our second TP here. This is our third TP here. Okay. I'll go ahead and mark them up with the purple lines so you can see it. And if I'm on the exercise machine, y'all know, getting my workout on. Okay. But you guys can see that was TP1, TP2, and TP3. Okay. We got it. We took our money here. Over 40 points. 1, 2, 3. TP1, TP2, TP3. Look at TP2 smashing. Smashing. You guys see it? Yesterday, all of our TPs got hit. And today, guess what? Our TPs are getting hit too. All right? Smashing. You guys see that? Make sure y'all subscribe and come back because our TPs are smashing. Okay? You can stay in these trades, guys, for as long as you have the ability to. Some people can't hold trades long, so they do higher positions with lower length of lower amount of pips that they want to make their daily goal. Some people can stay in trades all day because they don't care to see it fluctuating up and down and up and down and up and down. Y'all see this? Beautiful. Played out beautiful. You guys see it? Beautiful. All right. And so our next stopping point, this is our next stopping point. We might get some type of retracement back down. If we continue pushing, this is our next stopping point, TP3 at 40,451-ish area, okay? Let me bring it down just a smidge. And this is based off of fibs, all right? Now, I don't know how you guys trade. I trade with fibs. I love my fibs. So they tell me where to stop. If you guys have any more questions, make sure you put them in the chat. And thank you for your interpretation of the market. I love that we're all looking at the charts and we see it differently and we see it the same, just depending on what time frame that we're on. Okay? So thank you so much. We're finishing our workout, guys. 4.1 miles. 4.1 miles. We made money, caught over 45 pips today. We've caught over 150 pips for the week. And I don't count money, I count pips, baby, because you can make money. Anybody can make money and make more money with the same amount of pips, okay? So you can just change the zeros and change your pip size. You don't have to change your strategy. You don't have to get better. You can be exactly who you are and just change your lot size and continue to get the same amount of pips. Okay, so we've done 377 calories. Okay, I'm going to put it on quick start. Any questions, guys? Any questions in the chat? Thank you for being here with your, I'm curious, is 33.9? Yeah, thank you for your comments and everything in the chat today. Brahim, I don't know how to say it, 9441. Thank you, 9441, for all your feedback. Being in the chat, that makes me so happy. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. We're smashing TPs over here. You guys see that? We're smashing TPs, okay? We're analyzing the market properly. I'm a market, what am I? A market analyst. I'm a market analyst, all right? Some people can call themselves a day trader. I like the term. I'm a market analyst. I analyze the market. I even put up, I got my briefcase. I'm ready. All the stuff I thought I would need in my other world when I was a little girl, what professional looked like to me. You guys see this market? It's awesome. Y'all see it? It's playing out what? Perfectly. You guys see it? All right. So we're looking for a TP3 to get smashed. This was TP1, TP2, TP3. Okay. Let's see. Anybody have any questions before I get out of here? Because I've been on here with you guys for a little over an hour. I think we've done well. We've done well today. We've smashed our TPs. Okay. I'll be looking for how the market's going to react here. See if we're going to get a little bit of a pullback. If not, it might go straight here to our second TP. And yeah, we had a beautiful day in the market. TP1 smashed. TP2. Just showing you guys. Smashed. All right. And now we're waiting for TP3 to get what? We're waiting for TP3 to get smashed. Okay. Any questions before we get up out of here? Let me look back in the chat. Any more questions before we get out of here? We are smashing our TPs. Oh my gosh. Oh my we're smashing the TPs. I'm excited. So you guys, if you need help with market structure, if you have any questions about market structure, if you just need help with trading, I did write a book called Trading Made Simple for Everyday People. It's on Amazon. It's over 281 pages. And these are the strategies and the tactics that help to take me from being unprofitable to profitable. And I go over them in this book. Okay. So all this is, it's available on Amazon. I'm Staar Fields, just like my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe. And I thank y'all for joining me. And remember, our scripture was Galatians 4:7. Again, I say rejoice, rejoice. And again, I say rejoice. And remember, we were talking about no matter how you feel in this life, sometimes you can feel like you are not a valued person. Sometimes you can feel like you just like nobody sees you, but just know that God sees you guys. He sees you. He cares about you, and you keep on rejoicing. And remember what I said about my grandpa always having a song in his heart. He would just bust out with a song. And I want you to be able to bust out with a song anytime the devil tries to come and tell your ear and tell you that you're not going to make it. You just bust out, we're going to make it. Okay. Bust out with your song and let the devil know he don't have no authority, that you are going to make it, that you're going to win. All right. I know that's what I've had to do so many times on these charts, because these charts will make you feel like you don't know what's going on. Do y'all see this? Y'all see it? Beautiful market structure today. Absolutely beautiful today. Absolutely beautiful. 150 points we caught this week, guys. 150 points we caught this week. So look at the market, and it is going, okay? You guys see? So let's talk about this real quick before I get out of here. What's the difference between a test and a break? Remember, this was our lower low right here. I use circles when I'm marking up market structure. Okay. This was our lower low. And this was low because we were in a downtrend. Okay. We were in a downtrend. Yesterday, we had all these TPs marked up. They all got smashed. We had TP1, TP2 yesterday. We marked it up. We had a beautiful sell down yesterday. But this was our lower low. This is what I look at when I get on the charts, guys. Lower low. This is called market structure. And this was our lower high. Showing you why I got into this buy. Because a lot of times we look for reversals, but we don't know how to spot the reversal. Okay. So this was our lower low. This was our lower high. I said, if this area right here gets broken on this 15-minute time frame before 9:30, I'm going to be looking for a what? I'm going to be looking for a buy. Okay. So this area right here, this lower high right here, it did get broken at 9:30. It wicked up here and then it sold back down. Look how beautiful this buy is. Wicked up here. So it did break it, but it broke it with a wick. And anytime it breaks it with a wick, guys, you have to be so careful, because when it breaks it with a wick, what does that mean? That means test. Okay. It means it could be a test. Okay. But what happened is we also had divergence down here. So the market was going down here, but it was going up here. So we also had divergence as another confirmation that, hey, it really could be going up from here. Okay. Plus, we had already hit our 61.8 TPs from yesterday. We had already came down and hit all of our TPs, negative 61.8 from the fib. So we knew we were at past the negative 61.8. We had divergence and we broke the lower high, even though it broke it with a wick. Okay. The market came up and then it came back down. It respected it at this 88.6 retracement, but then the market came all the way back down here, even wicked lower than this lower low, to make you say, is it going to be a sell? But it did not close beneath here. It went right back into this structural area And that's when I said, I'm going to go in for a buy. And when we break this last high here, I'm going to put I drew my black line. If we broke above here, then I was going to go in for a buy. So that's why this was my entry, that I said this is going to be the bullish area that holds it up. And it was. You guys see, this was the bullish area that held it up. And we were going to be able to, I drew a fib. We were going to be able to buy it up. This was TP1. This is TP2. And this is TP3. And it's all based off of fibs and market structure. Okay, so that's a recap of today's trade. You guys see it's a beautiful trade. We were able to catch over 45 points because I got out here. This, if you held it to here, you would have been able to catch 100 points. And if you held it up to here, you would have been able to catch over 150 points, okay, in one day. So this is the way we trade here. And after it gets to TP3, you guys will be able to, what I teach my students to do is to do what? Wait to see what the market is going to do, because it'll give you your next context clues. If you're supposed to, if you're looking at the market structure on the major structure, you'll be looking for some type of very bearish variation to let you know that this is going to be a sell back down, or you want to look to see if it's going to break structure here and then buy up from here. Okay, so that's where we're at. That's where we're at, and we'll see what the market shows us tomorrow. But for today, that's what I have for you. All right. Any more questions? So quick little recap on how we were able to catch these points today, get all these pips over here and exercise at the same time, because we're doing it over here. All right. So make sure you guys subscribe. Come back again tomorrow. God willing, we'll be able to do the same thing again. And I appreciate you guys tuning in to Staar Fields. You are doing what? You're trading with the stars. All right. Have a blessed day, guys. Bye.